Am I on? I'm good. Got my Tito's, got a Coors Light. All right, I think I'm on. It's been a struggle, as most of you people that watch our show, I am not super tech savvy, but this is something new. I've seen a bunch of people do this. Since it's on Peacock, I don't have Peacock at my house. I'm over at my buddy DK's place tonight. He's got a beautiful spot. I'm not going to give the address out, but game's ready to get kicked off. Super excited to – a lot of question marks tonight. We're going to have some former players join. Scheduled. Brian Bulaga is going to join me here shortly, so we'll be talking a lot of O-line play. Got Brad Nortman from KBN is going to join us in the second quarter. Ryan Grant, one of the most – I would think I don't know if I'd say underappreciated. Would you say that? Hey, there he is, Brian Bulaga. Hey, can you believe that I'm actually synced up and we're pulling this off?
No, this is new. I'm excited about this. This is fun. I got I think you get kind of doing the Manning cast is fitting. Like you kind of doing that. I mean, that's like perfect.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I just, with Sarah being out of town, I was super nervous that we'd actually get to this point. I knew because when you joined the show, you do this all the time. I had an iPad. I didn't have an iPad that was synced up, but here we are. Game is going to kick off here in a couple of minutes. And, Blue, I always love it when you join us. We talk a ton about ball. And now, tonight, there's so much stuff that is going to be fascinating to watch as a fan.
Yep.
You know, we're going to be looking at O-line. I'm sure the receivers. But all of that, normally, as a Packer fan, it's always offense is going to be good. You got this funky new kickoff that's going on. You got refs hitting all these rules. But what are you most kind of fired up as this thing's going to get kicked off here?
I want to see the defense. Obviously, we're starting on an offense, but I'm ready to see what this defense has to show. Like, I think it's going to be fantastic.
What do you think if you're special? And I know the rules to a base. What is the goal here? Do we want to just boot it and give them to at the 30?
Oh, wow. There's already a flag on the field?
Oh, come on, man. Like, I saw last night, and I don't know if you watched the whole game last night. It was just sickening. And they only called it on Baltimore. Like, let's not continue to throw flags. I don't know, Blue. I love watching postseason football for a lot of reasons, but mainly, the main thing, what do we got here?
Oh, good. I got it on in the background, too.
Thank you, Philly. So they had too many people?
I have no idea. Well, did somebody come on the – yeah, they came on the field early.
Oh, you mean from the kick?
Yes, from the sideline. I think they came on the field early. What an idiot.
What an idiot.
Hey,
Blue, I don't want to get you in trouble. Make sure you're not putting any of the game on the stream. We'll end up getting I think you get fined or something if you do that. So I don't know all the rules.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, not good push. Uh-oh.
That's not the way we wanted to start that.
Hey, Blue, what did you always think when you get, we get the first 15? Did you want a run play when you get dialed in?
I always wanted like a play action, like a naked or a keep or something like that. That's what I always like to start with, a bootleg, so you can do a nice hard run sell, kind of feel how, the D lineman was going to play you, and then start with that, or a quick pass, something like that. That would have been that's how I like to do it.
All right.
Just like that.
Play Watson, that's it. All right. We'll take
just like that. Yeah. I would have liked that to start right off the get, right? And
quick throw. Get it out of your hand. You don't want to do like a 5-7 step droplet. You get a little 3-step, get the ball out, pick up some positive yards and get moving. There's always just get some positive yards. You don't want to be sitting here 3rd and 10 in your first drive. And now you're sitting here, 3rd and 6?
Yeah, it's just not the down and distance you want to be in right off the get. Like you'd want to be in that, you want to be 2nd and 6 and, get it going, but not the 3rd and 6 to start it.
Okay. Pretty solid.
Good protection.
Throw. Nice.
There we go.
Romeo,
Excellent.
baby. Romeo is You just sense, and you all off season, everybody's talking about all the other guys. I just feel like that Romeo. Look at Ryan just pummeling.
Look at Sean Ryan. Yeah,
Sean Ryan, the guy tries to do an arm over, get that inside hand, shove it up in his armpit, and drive him into the turf. Beautiful job. Romeo Dobbs, you just feel like that's Jordan's guy.
I agree.
And you can always tell when it's 3rd and 5+, you go to your guy more often than not.
For sure.
Good to see that right out of the gate.
Eye candy.
Oh.
All right. Push the pile, push it.
What do you think about putting Wicks in there in motion and being the lead blocking guy?
I was about to say, I'm not sure that's the fullback that I want. I'm not sure if that's the guy I want leading the pile, but hey.
Yeah. Blue, it's always good. It's always good to kind of trick, try to do some different things, but maybe do some different stuff before you have him. Now, that I would guess there's some play out of the backfield for a big home run threat with Wicks later in this game.
I agree. They're going to do something with that same formation and motion later on. I mean, he's been setting that up all week. Oh, boy.
Not a lot of push right now. Way too much penetration being given up. There's a Scotty guy, Bond, making a big play.
I'd like to see that play back from the backside of that to see.
Oh, they're going quick. Got 12 on the field.
Yep.
Take a shot.
Got him.
Sir.
There it is.
Let's go.
Go.
Cutter.
Get up,
babe. Atta, babe.
There we go. Who is that? Reed. There we go.
You know it.
How about it?
Dude, let me tell you something. I can't wait for the Peacock people to be talking about this is Aaron Rodgers. And you're going to see Rodgers in a side-by-side. He got him 12 guys on the field. Quick snap. Take a shot down the field. You know that's coming next.
Oh yes. It's definitely. Oh, why do I see the Eagles guys pointing our way? What?
No, Sirianni's complaining.
Okay.
Did we not get set? Is it going to be offsetting?
Yeah, that's what it appears. What? Oh my! How do you
12-piece nugs?
How does that happen on offense when you're going quick?
Well, early season, you don't have your substitution patterns yet. Let's see. 2.
Oh yeah, he's coming off the field.
That's it. So it looks like Kraft is, or it looks like, is that Musgrave? He's not sprinting off the field, or what is he doing?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Oh,
that's not great.
No.
All right. Well, you know what? There's not going to be the Rodgers comps now, though.
No.
Come on, Watson. Throw a flag.
No. See, and you know what? Like, I understand taking a shot. I don't love going deep on 4th and 6.
Blue, here's where that kicker and not trusting or knowing your kicker. Now, if you're going to do this, you don't go up top on 4th and 6. I think he's going to go for it here. Or at least try to – you're not going to try to draw him off sides here because it's 4th and 6. Let's see.
Oh.
Yeah, he's staying. He's going to take a timeout, think about it.
Yep.
So go back to what you were saying about the deep shot to Watson. Why you didn't like it?
Yeah. I just don't like that on 3rd and 6 where we were in the field, right? Like, 'cause I feel like if you get 4 or 5 yards on another shorter completion, then you give yourself a reasonable, kind of scenario to go for it on 4th and short, or to kick a field goal. You're a little bit closer. So I just don't like taking the deep shots on, especially the way the game's kind of been going early on. Like, to me, I just want to keep getting positive yards, right? Just keep moving the chains.
And Blue, it changes your mind too. If you know in your heart of hearts you're not kicking a field goal, you got to look at that and say, hand it, get something, go get it to 4th and 3. Not sitting at 4th and 6. Now, you can convert this and no big deal, but you already kind of, LaFleur's got in his mind, I'm not kicking a 50-yard field goal with this kid to start his career off.
Yeah, exactly. So why you try to get as much as you can for that 4th down play? At least that's the way I look at it.
Yep, I'd agree. All right. Ooh, Zach Tom, a great jump. They're going to call a false start.
They
don't
sure
call
are.
that last night on Kansas City's right tackle.
Nope, they did not. Look at that.
Hey, and I talked about this morning. Can you explain to me a league that is all about offense and scoring? You're on the road in Kansas City. You can't. So first off, lucky they didn't call him for being too far back, which is ridiculous.
Yep.
But
well, he didn't even snap the ball. So like,
I think
the ball wasn't even. Yeah, the ball wasn't even snapped.
Yeah, let's see. There's more than just. Yeah, that's a center.
That's on the center. Yeah, the whole team moved.
That's on you, Corey. No offense to Corey, but that was.
Yeah, that's.
And
that's
what sucks, Blue? They're going to say full start 50, put it in the books, and then at the end of the year, hey, 50 got another penalty. No, I didn't. But...
yeah, you're going to get the credit for that.
Oh, there's Big City. Hey, City Bob. This is perfect. So the center doesn't snap the ball. And now they throw a false start penalty on Zach Tom. I guarantee you City's going to Campy and saying, you better put that false start on Scotty Wells or on Corey Lindsley. City Bob ain't taking that penalty. Am I right on that?
Oh, he's getting that text that night, actually.
It ain't going to be that night. You're going to probably tell him. You'll probably tell him that at halftime.
Tell him on the sideline, but he's getting reminded via text, though, for sure.
That's not on me. That's not on me.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I got my guy. I don't know what the hell my center's doing. He's not snapping the ball. City, so you were watching tennis probably, right? Were you watching some U.S. Open?
I'm watching the U.S. Open. Yeah.
Who's winning? Yeah. Center probably, huh? Center's probably doing
it. Center won today, but Tiafoe's up right now on Fritzy Boy.
And that's how you've gotten so thin because you're playing all that tennis, right? And it's so handsome.
The last couple of weeks, I put a few pounds back on. Lots of traveling, but
that Clay and Campy deal, huh?
That was a good deal. I wish I was there longer than 4 hours, but
yeah. Well, when you got that private jet, you can just pop in and out like that. No big deal. So, City Blue and I were talking. If you're gonna go, if you know you're going for it on fourth down. Did you just leave? Oh, there you go. It's 3rd and 6. Are you taking a shot, or are you just doing whatever the play's go? What do you want as an O-lineman?
3rd and 6?
3rd and 6, but you don't trust your kicker. You're not going to kick a 50-yard field goal. You know you're going for it on 4th, right?
Well,
so are you still taking the shot?
I think every time this situation came up with Aaron when we played, that we were always deep shot. I mean, that was kind of the go-to play when we knew we were going for it, which, I mean, we didn't love. Like, that's a 50-50 ball. But, I mean, I'd like something a little bit higher than 50-50 as an O-lineman, but that seemed to be the play we always did. I guess it's just the coverage you get. I mean, when you get man-to-man coverage in that situation, you go deep.
I always just was like, all right, so we're going to chuck it deep on 3rd and 6 and have to protect a 5 or 7 step drop, and now we're going to have to protect 5 or 7 step drop again on 4th and 6 when they know we're passing it. It's just like it's stress ball city. But
City, what did you like on the first play of the game? Because they ran a little dive play right away and got stuffed for nothing. Blue and I are big fans, and listen, man. If we had it our way, we'd call keep passes, 30 times a game because they're. First off, they work almost every time, and they're so fun for O-linemen. Is that what you go with, or what do you call them?
I love a keep play or a 200 or 300 jet, quick pass, but it's got to be get the ball out your hands. Like you're taking a quick set, and that ball's gone. Like let everybody get in a little rhythm.
Yeah, it actually has to get out of your hand, though. You actually got to throw it. It can't turn into it.
Yeah, it can't be to run around back there for 5 seconds like we got used to.
Yeah, you guys, did you love it? A-Rod holding that pill for 5-6 seconds.
I mean, it would he'd either make you look really good or really bad sometimes. That's just
there we go. Little
slippage.
Hey, right there, City. Old boy didn't know what cleats to put in. That's the first step in a road game. You got to know the cleats.
Yeah.
Just always wear the Sharks, man. You can never go wrong with the Sharks.
You can't. On sloppy big fields, you can't wear Sharks. You got to go studs.
He did.
No,
he did.
How did you do it?
100% of the time you go Sharks, dude. They just float right on top. They don't dig in, so you never slip.
He wore shirts no matter what the condition were, dude.
Nope.
He wore shirts every week.
Metrodome with inches over there's Rashawn Gary, a little bull.
Yeah.
All right.
You're not going to be able to just go down the middle of Lane Johnson. You're going to have to work different things to beat Lane. You just can't. You can't center line Lane. He's got long arms. He's just going to sit there, go double under on your chest plate, and call it a day.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. They have obviously a new center, but you're not gonna give him help, right? You're not sliding protections. You're gonna let Lane Johnson block.
Yeah.
Rashawn. So Rashawn Gary's gonna get opportunities tonight.
Yeah, he's gonna get the most one-on-ones all game.
Pickett. Yeah,
there it is.
Yes, sir. Who's that?
Aggressive defense.
That's it.
There it is.
How the hell are y'all watching this game?
Peacock.
What did Sampras do? Did you hit an ace or what happened? What are you doing? You getting a massage? You look super comfy right now.
I'm laying in bed, dude.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, you look super comfy. What a terrible decision here. Quay is running right with him. You got two safeties there, and Jalen Hurts is just like, let me just see what happens. Good pressure by, I don't know who was over the left guard, but good pressure.
Yeah, that's my fantasy quarterback.
Who is Hurts?
Yeah.
Big mistake there.
Man, McKinney opening his debut with a pick. How about that?
Well, read the ball, and how about Jeff Hafley now looking at it saying, everybody's wondering how this defense is going to be different.
It is.
Is TJ not jumping in here?
Who?
TJ said he was jumping on.
Yeah, TJ should be on. I told him to jump in. Oh, get rid of it.
Oh, gosh.
So I don't mind that. That's another Wisconsin guy getting after it. Vaughn. I think he beat Walker. Let's see what happened on this.
I think you did too. Can we see it?
Well, you went empty. So, hey, you went empty set. You got nobody back there. You got Kraft out there. Rashid, I don't know what. Just a blown assignment. That wasn't on Sheed.
That was a
the personal foul action, though. What do we got?
That was a blown protection right there, T.
Can we get it was. Can we get a replay and a flag before 10 minutes before the next play's up? We're sitting here analyzing it, and
I think Carter did something a little extra to Jordan Love on the sack. I think.
I don't think that wasn't Carter that sacked him though. How would you handle Carter's a big dude. He's 320 long. Would you rather play? Well, let's get to the next play. Here we go. But run game is
it's not good right now.
Not good. Not a lot of room in front. Steady, did you like a quick slippery guy that you could get? This is what happened here. So, he's wrestling with. Great acting job by Zach.
Oh wow, that's professional.
What a job by
right
Tom. Steady, you ever do that where somebody punched you and you flailed over and like threw your arms up and got a flag?
Oh yeah, great actor.
I mean, the run game currently is a little
suspect.
Yeah, it is.
Action,
Walker beat.
Yeah, they're going to call a hold on that. You know what, City? What do they always say about get called for holdings? What did the refs tell you in camp? Blue, you remember this?
Don't let your feet get beat.
Yep.
Your feet get beat. You don't let your feet get beat. You're not going to get a hold. And she got beat there with his feet off the.
Yep. And it was pretty immediate. It happened almost right away.
Wait, who's the tackle you were talking about?
Rasheed Walker. He's a 7th rounder playing left tackle
from Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State did. Yeah, he had some knee issues. Yeah, they're going to call that because he's beat. Luckily, this kid didn't finish the rush. He finishes the rush, he probably gets it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, going back empty. Got to be something quick here. 2nd and 20.
What's the score?
0.
It's nothing. It's 3rd and 20 now at the 30-yard line.
They're in Brazil. I think it's 0-0.
Is that how they say it over? Well,
0-0.
Balaga's the big soccer guy. I would have thought you'd have said love. You know,
Yeah,
tennis action.
it is.
Well,
It is.
it's based on where they're at. They're in Brazil, so 0-0.
City, you got to be pretty happy with the state of U.S. tennis right now. It's finally getting some guys. You're going to have a guy in the championship for the
It's
first time.
first time in 20 years we've had two guys in the semis.
Yep. All right, 3rd and 20. Don't force anything here.
No.
You're going to have to trust your kicker, even though you don't want to. Screen pass. There you go.
Get upfield.
There we go. All right,
chip shot, right? Here we go. Here's the first test. Here's the first test for the new rookie kicker. The second rookie kicker in a row. Just a chip shot. Just nice and easy here.
Who's that, Fangio? Fangio's their coordinator now, right?
Yep.
You guys had some good battles with him, huh? 44 is a place kicker. That's an interesting number.
It is.
He's also backup middle linebacker, though. He's a big
business.
guy.
Narvison's a physical son of a gun. Look at him. 4-4. Can you name any 44s you played with? Who's the 44s you played with? Never an issue. Right down the middle. Not a babe.
Okay.
Matt Snyder, 44. Fullback.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
If we weren't on here, who'd you be talking to?
You mean right now? No.
Yeah.
Just be watching the game. I take diligent notes usually because I do a little post-game show, so I take a ton of notes and then I'd be able to talk. That's normal.
You'd just be hanging out, like live streaming yourself, chit-chatting with yourself.
You say live streaming myself? No, it just doesn't look like it's fun. Those boys are having so much fun doing that.
Tausch, in the chat, I totally forgot. Garrett said James Starks. James Starks was 44.
Starksy.
Oh, yeah.
I totally
forgot.
How are
you seeing a chat? Where are you seeing a chat?
It's on the side here. I see it. People are. I don't know. It's just.
I don't have the chat. I don't see it. I don't see anything on chat.
Yeah, Garrett Folo.
Yep. Shout out Garrett.
Garrett Folo.
Garrett, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Garrett Folo. So Starksy.
We played like 5 years with that guy too. Probably should remember him.
Yeah, I know. We played a long time with old Starksy.
I know. He went for 150 in the Super Bowl run.
Yeah, probably should remember him. But could he make a field goal?
Yeah.
I wouldn't take the over on half. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Well, Blue, since I don't have access to the chat stuff, if anybody asks any interesting questions, feel free to chop in. Dude, so TJ's just as bad as I am. Like
Kyle Clifton says, no shock, Tausch doesn't know how to see the chat.
Dude, well, how am I supposed to see the chat?
I don't know.
Set up.
I have no idea.
Why would I know how to do the chat?
It's easy on the phone.
Let me see. So it's on YouTube, right? That's what we're doing?
Brent coming back, bashing Kyle. Trust Tausch. I like it.
Brian, you may not remember me, but I golfed with you at GBCC with Benny Botnick. It was you and Don Barclay. Man, I golfed. I played a lot of rounds of golf at Green Bay Country Club, and
what's up, buddy?
Normally,
Hey, you babysitting? Are you babysitting your own kids tonight?
Yeah, that's not called babysitting. That's just called being a parent there, Mark.
Mark, they're saying open the chat on the right side of your screen is what they're saying. I have no idea, dude. Mine just came up. Oh, hey, Teach.
Hey, Teach. What's up, Teach? Oh, this is fun. Hey, this is fun, huh?
Yeah, this is great.
We got City comment on the game that he doesn't even have at his house. He's only watching.
I mean, who has Peacock? Like, what are we doing here?
And TJ is watching old Detroit Lions film because that's he's known now as a Detroit Lions.
You know he's a Lions guy. Big Lions.
What's up, you big lion?
Can you zoom out a little bit? Why am I so close?
Yeah, I don't know.
Teach, do you have Peacock?
Hey, what do you think the kids call Peacock for short?
P.
Yeah, I don't.
Is it P or what do they call it?
Well, no, they call Instagram the gram. What do you think they call Peacock?
I don't know. What is it? I'm not sure what we're allowed to say on
The
here.
P? The P. I think it's the P.
Oh, the P.
Yeah.
All right,
The
good run
All right.
defense. Good run defense.
Oh shit! The PC, is that what we're doing now?
Oh,
Or is
PZs.
it just
Let's
the
go,
C?
Packers.
So, Teach, have you been watching, or you're probably like parenting and taking your wife out on a beautiful date on a Friday night?
Yeah, dude. It took me a while to find the cock. I just put the game on though, so
Yeah.
we're 3-0.
Dude, did you? Do y'all have a login? I need a login. Somebody send me some Peacock login info. Brent from Indiana, send me the login info.
Oh, he's giving you the log. That a boy. I'll tell you what,
Man.
you're definitely seeing more people at the line of scrimmage. A little more. This is early, but Bullard, another young guy, comes up, makes a play. The safety position's been where I think this team has lacked a little bit, and hopefully this gets solved with what they're doing.
Tauscher, did you
Yeah.
just change the subject on us real fast or what?
Well, you guys were talking Peacock, right? I love the fact that City is getting a free Peacock login so you can watch the game.
Dude,
Beautiful.
yeah, just like do a subscription. You get like a free month. Oh, football!
Uh-oh, go get it. Oh,
fumble.
he didn't even bother going
Who got it?
it?
No, Hurts.
Ooh.
Oh, we got and they,
Oh,
the Pack
Devontae
got the
Wyatt.
ball.
Did you see Hurts just kind of like, I'm good.
Yeah, that was Cam
Hey.
Newton-esque Super Bowl.
Ooh.
Just like, I don't want no part of that ball, dude.
And hey, the first center mistake since in the post-Kelsey era. There it is. The fumble
They're going to have
snap.
Kelsey coming out of retirement,
Let's
getting
see,
him back
was he
in.
ready for it? Oh, it was early.
Snap it early. Whoop.
Oh, no.
Right, the old one. And then, I'm not going to go down and get it. Get down there
That
and
was
get that.
look at Hurts, dude. That's a business decision. Watch. Right
That
there.
is not going to go over well. And he wasn't getting it. Good
He got
fumble. Look at
paid
that.
way
Isn't that
too
good?
much for that fumble out.
How about James Campy's drill? Ooh, he's getting after Juergens, too. Like, come on,
Oh,
man.
boy.
Uh-oh. That ain't good. Boy.
Man, that center's going to be nervous snapping the rest of the game now.
Old Halfley's got these boys rattled. Somebody's
Yeah, shit.
rattled. Get in there. They're going to
Hey,
throw
another holding?
Dude,
How's the
stop
GB?
these. They
Tausch,
just
how's the GB offense looking, Tausch? I haven't seen him. How's
Well-
Josh Jacobs been looking?
Josh Jacob Jingle. The running game stinks so far. It's been very
Okay.
ineffective. But
Yeah.
I don't know,
Is the
I'd
Rook
say
playing?
offensively we've
Is
been a little
Lloyd- is Mar-
disjointed a little bit.
Is Marshawn Lloyd playing?
He's not.
Oh, dang. I want to see that. Ooh, yeah, that's a hold, dude.
I don't. You calling that a hole?
I mean,
There ain't no hole. Let me tell you
No, he
something. They
just
call
got-
that on you. You're
Yeah.
freaking out if they call that on you.
he got knocked back. He was just out of position, dude. If he just let him go,
Okay.
he's fine.
Yeah. I don't love you, but you have to admit that was pretty ticky-tack.
Yeah,
I
I
don't-
think he just got beat so bad it looked like
All
a
right,
hold.
1st and 20.
Yeah,
Get it out of your hand. Pick up
exactly.
6 or 7. You're not going for anything big. You got Jaden Reed moving in motion here, and yeah, just get it to him. Block it up.
Get upfield.
Ooh,
There we go.
Pick up a
Okay.
quick 9.
Okay.
Yeah, you see that they got Kraft out there blocking, and I wonder who's going to be there, Lazard or who was probably the best receiver blocker that you had, Teach, that you'd put out there
In-
for screens.
In Green Bay,
Yeah,
probably it's got to be Jordy, dude. Jordy did the freaking dirty work, man.
Yeah.
Like, he
Interesting.
was. I mean, I swear to God, I was talking to Jordy last week at Clay's Hall of Fame thing, and one of my favorite plays was like 2011, and it was on a kick return. Randall Cobb, his rookie year, took one back against New Orleans, and Jordy Nelson's out there freaking throwing blocks on kickoff return, dude. That dude was one. Ooh, there you go. Little
What a
quick slant over
bullet.
the middle. Yeah, it had to have been Jordy though. Jordy was just, man, he wasn't afraid to put his nose in there.
Well, and you don't ever hear anybody say that. Everybody thinks Jordy. You think of the big one-man routes, play action, posts over the middle, big back shoulder plays, and now you guys saying he's the best blocker too.
Dude, he was
Well,
he
yeah.
wasn't afraid to dig safeties out of the box, man.
No. And Jordy, I mean, Tauscher, you remember Jordy wasn't the number one receiver his entire time in Green Bay. He had to work up to it. He had to do the dirty work early on in his career, and that obviously turned out to be an absolute stud. But he had a lot of the blocking assignments early on when.
Hey, I thought that was a first down. No,
No,
that-
old LaFleur wasn't happy about it.
Yeah,
Ah,
that was
man.
weird, man. I thought he
I'll tell you
slid
what
across that 3-yard line.
Hey, Tausch.
Yep.
Wow.
Ooh, look at that field. That field is grease.
Jordan Morgan's in at right guard already.
Jordan Morgan's in already. Uh-oh.
Yep.
You see that field? City, you ain't playing on this field in Sharks. Look at how they skid backwards. Watch this.
Let's see this.
Watch the skid.
Oh, boy.
And the field is just ripping up. Look at that.
That was supposed to be a double between Myers and Morgan up to the backer, and they cut the backer loose.
That's never play action here, right, boys? You're not running up.
Yeah, they're not going to run it again.
Oh, they are.
No.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, that's close.
He got it.
He got it. Spot.
He got it. It's a first.
It's close.
Boy, running duo on 4th and 2. Okay.
No, he's saying you're good.
That's
Give
a
it to him.
Call.
Yep.
I kind of like that. You said, because we're all sitting here like, oh, you've been stuffed all game. And what do they got here?
Yeah.
He's getting that linebacker shot. Nobody picked him up.
Jeez,
look at this linebacker. It's a clear shot at him. He missed him.
They are cutting guys loose.
Hopefully run this play quick. You better get up and run this play.
You take care of the D line, man. The running backs got to make the linebackers miss. All right, that's their job.
They're going to challenge this.
Yeah,
they're going to challenge that spot.
And they should have challenged the second down conversion that they called short on third.
No, Green Bay called the timeout, which.
Why did he call that timeout?
Didn't get the play in.
Oh. Teach, how do you feel? How do you feel about Detroit's first game? Feel pretty good about it?
I mean, I don't have a feeling either way, but I think they're going to be good again.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody asks, like, you guys probably get asked the same damn question 100 times a day too. How are they going to be? How are they going to be? Like, as long as Packers, Lions, like, as long as they stay healthy, they should be competing for the division. I think the Bears got better. Like, I don't know what Minnesota's going to be. I mean, I think they got a little better defensively. But no, I think it's going to be Lions and the Packers again, like it was last year, man. It's going to be like it was in 2014 and 15 and 16 when we were there. It seems like it came down to the last game of the season every year. I think it's not going to be any different this year.
Yeah,
I think they're both going to be solid teams, man.
I like Detroit's roster. It's built well.
Got him.
There we go. You got to hang on to that pill, son.
Did he drop that?
I think he said he brought it down. They're going to call offensive PI.
It might be OPI, yeah.
Yep. Yep. That's what it looked like. Yeah. Oh my Tauscher. It's been a story of penalties in their first 2 drives. Just penalties.
Yeah. Well, and part of that is
Dobbs does.
Let's see.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You can't.
Contact, dude.
No.
Dude, you got that's where being a vet and just doing that little like, oh, I don't really mean to be there, but you kind of throw a shoulder.
I didn't know you were there. That's like, for a lot of people watching, though, that's the coaching point, is like, once you make contact, you look back to the quarterback to make it seem like you're sitting down for the route, and then he ran into me. You can't just blindly run into the D bag.
Yeah.
That was silly.
Gosh, go down to first and goal all the way back.
First there. Get it out. All right,
get it out.
Jump. Ooh, you think that'd be a hurdle?
All right.
How you guys feel about the Josh Jacobs? Tosh, I've been meaning to ask you this. How do you feel about the Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones trade-off?
Well, I mean, I think it was a money deal, but it was a youth, and the fact that Aaron Jones missed a bunch of time.
Yeah.
I think they think Jacobs is an upgrade. Obviously, that's why they did it. But now they don't trust. I don't know if they're going to trust anybody on third down to put in there to have any of the protections outside of Jacobs, because they called up Merriweather. Lloyd ain't playing, and Emmanuel Wilson is dinged up, and I don't think they trust him yet in the play action in the pass game. Get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
Yeah, he did.
All right.
I think Jacobs, to your point, I think Jacobs is more durable. Like, I gotta be honest. Like, if I was playing Aaron Jones, I mean, he scares the absolute hell out of me. Like, that dude, when he fires out of the cannon, man, he's just gone. But Jacobs, if you're looking for somebody durable, just 3-down player, can do the protections, a little bigger body. I mean, he's obviously been one of the best.
Yeah, but man, he made a huge difference when he was healthy last year. That's when this whole thing kind of took off.
For sure,
Green Bay was struggling until he got back.
Yeah, boy, it'll be interesting to see how Jacobs fits in. Jacobs is a good fit for the old GB, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that they're not. Oh, there we go. Oh, keep your feet. Slipped.
That field looks awful, boys.
It looks terrible.
That field, it's Big City would be wearing them Sharks. Right?
Yes, he would be.
We just talked. He's only a Shark guy. I didn't realize he's Shark City.
He would be wearing, dude. He would wear Sharks in 4 feet of snow.
Well,
yes,
he's got those delicate toes. He's got those delicate
on an ice.
Dude, that's a great throw. Unfortunately, he slipped that. He put it right where he needed to.
Man, the kicker already called in the action. 4-4.
He's getting tested early, boys.
Yes, he is.
Never a doubt. Right down.
Hey,
yep.
Extend him. Extend him.
5-year extension. 2 for 2, baby. Let's go.
Lock him up. Hey, Teach, how hard was it for you? Start thinking about, and you played in a bunch of preseason games. How about for these guys that I think played 3 snaps?
Let me stop you. Was that a backhanded compliment? Like you suck, so you had to play in a bunch of preseason games because you were back?
No, I mean I played in preseason pretty much my whole career. I don't know when I think when Jordy got hurt is when they stopped playing you all in the preseason, right? After that Pittsburgh preseason.
Man, I'm trying to remember. That was 2015. So 2016. I mean, I was coming off of shoulder surgery. Blue, I don't remember 2016. I think it was kind of similar. Like instead of playing a half, maybe it was a couple drives. But no, I think every year we were there, man, we knew it was, basically, hey, we get 1 drive in the first game, then second game, couple drives, third game. Depending on what it looked like, it could be a half. I mean, if we go down and score first 2 drives, it was like, okay, we're good.
Yeah.
But if we go down and, hey, man, we go 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, like you're playing freaking, a lot. Like, the coach is going to be pissed about that. But, no, I do remember playing a lot in the preseason. And, yeah, I honestly, I liked it because it was like you got to get those first. And we never did. With McCarthy, Brian, like we never did joint practices, so you never got to hit anybody other than our teammates, right? So I kind of like that.
The quarterback didn't want to. Is that why you guys didn't do them?
No, I mean, I did. The only time I did them was when I came to Detroit, and I didn't really feel much different about it. I didn't feel coming out of practice like, oh, man, I got a lot better this week. It was just like, I just got a bunch of young guys trying to prove a point. And like at that, maybe it was just a different point in my career, in my 9th and 10th year. Like, okay, whatever, dude. Like you want to go super hard, go for it. But I do think they're beneficial. But I did think that playing in the preseason was beneficial because you can't simulate that energy and that adrenaline
the jitters
you feel on game day in practice. You can't simulate that, right? Even in a joint practice, you can't simulate we're under the lights, man, and we got 60,000 people. Like, if I mess up, it's a real mess up instead of like, oh, if I mess up at practice, like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, I helped the dude, there's no real penalty. But no, man, I think I like those preseason games because it's just you get that feel for the first time and you're like, okay. And it's just a reminder, like, okay, yep, I'm ready. Like, let's go. I'm ready for the season. Or hey, man, I got some things I got to work on, right? Like it could work both ways. But I did like playing a couple drives just to kind of get those jitters out. And like Brian said, get that feeling back of that adrenaline and that energy rush of, okay, yep, like this is what football really feels like. I'm ready for it.
Dude, this kickoff really stupid? Like, so the XFL brings
it's
this in.
Absolutely terrible.
It's just dumb. Terrible. Like, what are we doing?
It makes no sense. It makes no sense to me.
You'd be so dumb not to just kick the ball kick it out of the end zone, give them at the 30. Like the teams, Tauscher, I know you doing the preseason game. Like guys aren't getting touched until the 25-yard line, anyways. Why would you take the chance of missing one guy? Yeah. One guy's out of his lane, and it's a freaking big return.
I just get such a kick out. They try to get rid of it. They wanted to dump the kickoff, and then they're trying to reboot it with something. The XFL said, we don't even want it. Like, they implemented it, and then they said, this is stupid. We're going back to the old way. And the NFL's like, you know what? Let's us try that. It's just dumb.
It's gonna be a 1-year thing. I guarantee you that. Like, and even last night, right? Like, 11 kickoffs, 9 of them were touchbacks.
Yeah.
So, and you got 2 of the best teams in the NFL playing last night, and they're just like, whatever, take it at the 30. What I mean? Like, it's not worth it. Yeah, it's gonna last.
Can either of you guys figure out why the Giants wouldn't pay Xavier McKinney He's the fourth best safety according to, again, you guys. I don't know I know City loves Pro Football Focus because he had a mole in there that gave him great grades all the time. But City, you sleeping, big fella? What are you doing? He's taking
not
a nap.
on. He's not
probably
on anymore.
He's probably
Where'd he go?
babysitting. No, he's on. I can see the screen still there.
Where?
But
I don't
isn't he
see
down?
him.
I think he's in the lower left, but maybe he's
Is
not.
that,
Anyway,
he's just the big brown box. Is that
I think he's
supposed to be
just
City?
sleeping.
Or is that your desk, Tauscher? I think that's your desk you're looking at.
Yeah, I
here.
think
No.
that's your desk. I don't
did
see
City
City
leave?
anywhere. Yeah,
Oh, City
I don't see
left.
City
No, I thought that was the So can either of you guys explain to me? I thought that was City Bob. Can any of you guys explain to me why they wouldn't? Kenny jumped. It's an offside, free first down.
Yeah.
Why would you not
first
pay
down, right.
somebody at a that is only 4 years through? You drafted him. You know he's a captain. Why would you not pay him? Does anybody understand that?
Dude, hey, here's the thing. I'll go first, right? Bad teams are bad teams for a reason, dude. The Giants have been ass for a long time. Like, I don't know. Like, I just don't know. They just gotta, sometimes their priorities in the wrong spot, man. But yeah, he's a hell of a player, dude.
Well, he's showing up so far. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's a hell of a player, man.
Yeah, letting up core players that are young is interesting. Or you never know. He might have said, "There's no way I'm resigning with you, so let's just move along here." He could have said that.
Yeah. All right. Well,
did the Packers add anything to their D line? Obviously,
No.
Kenny's been a rock for a long
They
time.
paid Kenny big money to stay.
Rashawn Gary.
Rashawn, and then I think Lucas Van Ness is going to have a great year. He's an Iowa guy,
yeah.
So he's going to be tough, right?
Yeah, he's going to be.
Van Ness is kind of that year 1 to year 2 jump candidate type of dude, right?
Yep.
Is there ever an Iowa offensive player that people are excited about in Green Bay?
Just the tight
Blue.
ends, man.
Oh, my bad. I forgot. You're an offensive player.
I mean, if you're not a tight end, I don't think they're excited about you. I think you have to be a tight end for people to be excited. I'll tell you right here,
Carl Brooks. If you guys seen Carl Brooks, I love Carl Brooks.
The 6th-round kid from Bowling Green last year.
Ooh. All right, Quay. Well, bringing it. Yeah, he was and he came in and was that was a very generous spot if they gave him a first down on that.
Dude, Carl Brooks has some stuff to him, bro. Like,
he's got jiggle.
Watch film on him, and I'm like, who is this? Who the hell is this 94, man? He's got a little shimmy and shake to him, man. I like that.
He does.
6th-round pick out of Bowling Green. Hey, that's Maction for you, man. Just spitting out freaking talent, boys.
Maction. I love the Maction reference. I love it.
Dude, Max Crosby is there a better rush guy than there? Oh, rally to the pill. That's all right.
Yeah, there's better rushers than Max. I mean, Max is a good player, but I mean, Myles Garrett, pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
I think, I think, Blue, and Taus, even you too, I think the best strictly pass rushing defensive end right now is Micah Parsons.
Okay.
I mean, the moves, like the ground that he covers, he'll go upfield on 2 steps, and he'll cover like 3 yards of lateral movement, like with 1 step. And it's like, oh my goodness, how like that is.
That's what makes him
kind of go inside. You know what I mean? Like he covers so much ground. He's so quick and explosive. I don't think he's like a power rusher, but if you're just talking, give me one guy to get a pass rush on 3rd and 8, and we need a freaking pressure. I don't know if I'm picking anybody other than Micah Parsons, man. Like that dude he just looks different on film, man. He is so good.
So, Teach, when you're looking at the NFC, are you looking at this as San Fran, Green Bay, Detroit, or how are you looking at it? It's early.
I think Philly's going to be good. You know what? Honestly, I think the Rams are going to be good too. I think the Rams and the Niners are going to duel it out, man, out in the West, man. I think the Rams are going to be solid. Philly, it's just Philly's kind of that. Philly's that wild card where they were so good last year, and then it just went so south so fast, right? Didn't they start like 10-1?
Yeah, they were unbelievable to start the season.
And then it went bad, and it went bad like fast, right? Like, and I think that obviously, I don't know any behind the scenes, but when you were hearing, hey, Jalen Hurts, Sirianni having some riffs, and there was a lot of miscommunication, guys not getting along, like that. That went so fast, and they lost some big time players too. I mean, Fletcher Cox, Jason Kelsey, those are guys that were staples of that organization for 10 years, right? I think they're still going to be good. I think Saquon Barkley's going to be good. I think they're going to be kind of that wild card. Can they get back on the same page? Because they got a ton of talent too. But I mean, I've always been under the belief, man, whoever is the reigning champ is still at the top. I think San Fran is still going to be that team that's just solid, that you know what you're going to get. It's going to be tough physical football. And Dallas, maybe the year they get over the hump. Like, I don't know, man, but I think that the NFC is going to be a lot stronger than it was last year for sure.
Yeah, I'm with you. TG, you moved out of the screen a little bit. Like
I see your Billy or hat. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Oh, my phone flipped down.
There you go.
I did that on purpose.
Beautiful.
Trying to do you guys a favor. Trying to do all the viewers a favor.
We got Nordy. Nordy, you joined in?
Gentlemen, can you hear me all right?
Oh, yeah. Loud and
Can you
clear.
hear me? Okay. So the backstory on this is
Tej, why
this
are
is not my
punters
house.
why are punters such
What's
good
that?
golfers? No, TJ, why do you think Nordy and golf? Why are they such good golfers? You think?
Because they got nothing
Punters
else to
are good.
freaking do. I don't know. You punt 6 times a practice and you're just golfing. Like, I don't know. Your body feels great all the
Punt
fucking
6
time.
times,
Sorry,
but not
excuse my
every
language.
practice. Only every
Your
other
body,
practice.
your body feels
You punt
great.
6
You got no
times.
knee problems. You got no back problems.
There we go.
You're very,
Pressure.
very nimble. You're very nimble.
Hey, what did you think?
Yeah.
Quick question for you. 2nd and 1. Are you guys the belief of take a shot or you get the first down as an O-line? How did you guys look at it?
I don't mind taking a shot.
I like it too.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'm not a big fan of taking a shot on 3rd and 1 unless you're like really, really close. But
Tush push. Without
Ooh.
Kelsey, is it going to be any good?
No.
They're going to have
I
to
think
give
he's
him a
short,
generous
yeah.
spot. No, they gave him too short.
Short.
Who's 93?
Sure.
Is that Slayton? 93 got a really
Slayton's a big,
got a
strong
really good
dude,
jump
man.
off that ball, dude. Watch this replay. Watch Slayton just jet off that ball, man.
He lost a yard on that sneak.
He might have.
Yeah, he did.
His knees were down.
Are they doing
You
it
gotta
again?
start
The
looking
same
for
without Kelsey, man.
Watch the fake. Watch the
Oh,
fake.
it's going to be Kelsey. You're going to see all Kelsey all the time if they don't get it.
Oh, he did it. Damn.
Oh, my
Watch the
gosh.
fake, dude. Watch the fake, bro.
Oh.
Damn, he did it. He did such a good job on that 3rd down, too.
Oh. RG.
Man.
Hey,
What's
RG.
up? What's up?
What's good? Quick question for you. 2nd and 1, you want to take a shot or you want to get the ball?
Take a shot. Fuck it. Sorry.
Oh. We were just raving about his get off on the one before, and he does that. 6
Yeah,
penalties,
that's a
45 yards
classic.
right out of the gate.
That's classic back-to-back, like clinic tape and then teach tape, right? Great job
Yeah.
and then terrible job.
This is great. This is bad.
This is what it looks like. This is not what it looks like.
Oh,
All right,
Yeah.
a little gap there in the middle.
big hole in the middle.
Man.
I gotta tell you, hey Tauscher, I kind of like Clay Walker, dude. He's got some attitude to him, but he's
Let's
a
see
big
what
freaking
happens.
linebacker, dude.
Yeah, he is. He got washed down there. He
No,
misread
I
a
mean
little
that
bit.
was just more. I think the D line just couldn't get off the block. That was a good job by Philly's O line, creating some space.
Who is that 77 on Philly, Teague? That dude is enormous.
No. Yeah,
That dude's a house.
The right
Like,
guard? Yeah, he's
yeah.
a big dude.
Good night, dude. He is enormous.
He looks like Blue. Who was that big old
Atta boy.
lineman that who was that big old lineman from
Oh,
New
is that
Orleans?
Becton? Becton from the Jets, right?
Is that who that is?
Playing guard? Holy
That's
hell.
Becton, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
77? Yeah.
77, I think that's Mekhi
Dude, he is
Becton.
massive.
Ooh, Slayton. All right, so
He
just
looks like,
so everybody that's listening, we got Brad Nortman from KBN, Ryan Grant. TJ, is there a more underrated Green Bay
What up,
Packers?
RG? I didn't even see RG. When did RG join out?
He just joined. I was trying to talk to him about 2nd and 1, and he was putting lotion on his hands. It looked
What's
like I didn't know what he
going on,
had.
Yeah, what's going on? What's up, man?
Let me hold on. Turn sideways again. Let me see that ponytail you got working, RG. All right, my man. I see you, dog.
That's strong. That is strong.
Oh,
RG, look at the RG. Tell me about this route right here from Saquon. This is
wow,
some real
yeah.
RG stuff.
Little
What did you see
touchdown
here?
here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh, I missed it. I was
Wow,
looking at
that's
RG's
great touch.
hair, brother.
What did you see, Nordy? I wasn't watching. I was looking at RG.
Was it little Texas route? No.
Yeah, I mean, Hurts just put it
little
where
wheel.
only Saquon could get it, right in stride. I mean, there were two guys
yeah.
near him.
Yeah,
I mean, it was just a
that's
nice touch
little
from Hurts
wheel
right
route.
there.
That's
two
good
down.
ball. That's
Yep.
good ball.
Let's see.
1, 2. Yep.
Yeah, it's good ball,
Yeah.
man.
There it is.
Yeah.
What was that? That almost looked like he was bluffing to block it, or was that just RG? You think that was just a route that he was running, or was he bluffing?
Probably it's part. The bluff is probably part of the route.
So when you came in, you remember when you came in?
Tauscher,
Yeah.
Tauscher, can I tell you my favorite RG story real quick?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, just
Listen, hold up.
make sure it's
Hold on.
make sure everything's dialed in before you do it.
RG is football related, brother. I
Okay.
promise you.
All right.
Well, other than the time you brought Lil Wayne to the stadium in the locker room, that was pretty sick.
Well, just wait. Let's hear the Lil Wayne story. RG, what's the Lil Wayne story?
Lil Wayne story. I got a message from a friend of mine who was really tight with one of Wayne's boys, that Wayne was trying to come to a game and that he didn't have access to get in the stadium. And I was like, at that point in time, we could do tours. Like, it was super family friendly. Like, anytime we wanted to get somebody in. And so I just told him, I was like, yeah, just tell him to text me. And so he was in a box, though. So he was like, yeah, I want to do a tour. He was like, I can get in the stadium. He's like, I want to be able to do a tour. He was like, I just want to see some of the memorabilia. And I was like, nah, I'll get you in the locker room. Like, I'll just get you on the, like, literally with the guys. And so he happened to be, because it was the year we won it, and I was on IR, so I was in the box on crutches. And he texted me. He was like, yo, I'm in the box right next to you. So I walked over to him, and I was like, listen, like, as soon as the game's over, I'll take you down. And so, like, we did it real fast when we were leaving, and I introduced him to all the guys, and it was cool. And he was super appreciative, man. And then you guys don't know this, but he was performing down at the Super Bowl when you guys had a nice little curfew. Since I was on
Dude, that was so wild. I remember literally sitting in the locker room and being like, oh shit, Lil Wayne? All right. We got Wayne in the house. All right,
really
bro.
is little, right?
All right. Hey, okay, I'm gonna give you two RG stories.
Well, just wait, Teach, before you do that. So how did you and Lil Wayne like exchange numbers? Like, you just act like you're sitting in a suite up at the game and Lil Wayne just texts you like,
he goes, yeah, just text me, bro.
I was
just text
really
me, Wayne.
friends with a friend of his, like one of his closest homies.
Okay.
And so.
All right, Teach, I didn't mean to jump in there.
No, you're good, dude. That was awesome. But no, okay. RG. I think one of my favorite. It was the Lions game at the end of the season, the Matt Flynn game, which people remember that.
Yeah,
bro,
I know what.
We're in the huddle. Flynn just calls like, 2-jet, which is just like a normal pass protection, right? We're just pass blocking up front. And then I think he turned to RG in the backfield and he goes, oh, by the way, Sally, which is a screen. He didn't
Screen left.
He didn't tell the O-line that it was a screen. He didn't tell his O-line it was a screen. So he just dumps it off to RG. We all look like a-holes for not releasing it. And AG takes this thing like 75 yards for a touchdown with nobody blocking for him. We're looking around like, what the? I remember the coaches were like, why didn't you run the Sally? We're like, he didn't say Sally. What are you talking about? We were like arguing. RG took it to the house for like 75 yards. Dude, I remember that freaking play. We're like, wait, that was a screen, bro? Like, all right.
That was my longest 80-yard touchdown, my longest touchdown ever. The guys ran back and they're like, yo, that was a screen?
Off a screen that nobody blocked for. Dude. Other RG story. Hey, dude, RG used to show up.
Come on.
Oh, my
RG
gosh.
used to show up at the stadium. RG used to show up at the stadium every day. Didn't matter if it was 6 a.m., 10 a.m., whatever. Like, dressed to the nines, bro. Like, always, like, wearing his best outfit. And I remember one time I asked him, like, RG, man, like, why don't you just wear, like, sweats or something? He's like, man, I'm going to work. He's like, you got to treat this like a profession. We got to go to work. And I was like, RG, you said that, and I'm like, damn, that kind of stuck with me. Like, that's a good point, bro. You are going to work, like you got to have that professional attitude. So RG was always one of those dudes in the locker room that you could always just look at. And
there we go.
I know you blocked for him forever, dude.
God, this is a bad
RG,
field,
That
man.
turf sucks. RG, we were talking before the shoes. Did you wear the same cleats? Because City claims he wore Sharks. It didn't matter if it was a grease field like this is or it was a hard rock field. Did you switch out?
Oh yeah, I switched out every game.
Yeah, I don't know how City
that's
did.
terrible.
Dang.
Oh, goodness.
You're gonna blow something out with it.
No.
Brad, what did you wear as a punter? Did you always check that as a punter because you're playing leg?
Soccer shoes all the way, baby. Same shoes, no problems. Soccer shoes.
Even if the field was bad, you wouldn't wear a different cleat on your plant leg?
That's more of an issue for kickers with the way they come in really aggressively on the plant leg. With a punter, I mean, you're just kind of taking steps and letting rip. Kickers would though. Kickers would change into actual studs if they needed to.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
I would switch out every game, but I was having Red and T-Bone beat them up, and I would wear them on Fridays just to make sure they were good. And I had my own orthotics, so it wasn't like I was just wearing a raw shoe. It would rip my shoe up.
Yeah,
it would rip my foot up if I.
Is there a worse feeling in the world than wearing brand new cleats, bro?
Oh, the worst.
Yeah,
I wore the same cleats for 5
Even I
years.
agree with that.
TJ, your cleats were worn down to literally the edge of the plastic.
Oh yeah, they were nuts, dude. And they had holes in the back of them too. I wore the same ones for 4 years until they finally I think the sole blew out one game, and I'm like, damn, I'm so mad. Because then I had to break a new ones. I was so pissed.
I'm noticing.
Is a field like this something you guys notice in pregame?
Yeah,
100%.
You go out there in pregame, and you're like, okay, I gotta change something.
Yeah, they should know it in pregame that it's going to be a mess.
Talk about Lambeau though. You guys remember sitting in those meetings, and we would talk about how other teams would come in and try to wear their little nubs.
They can't work, man.
Our equipment staff and the coaches and be like, "Hey boys, make sure you check your cleats, man. We don't want to be having bad plays because we're slipping." But how many games, Blue? I remember how many games we played where the other team's just sliding all over Lambeau Field.
It was great.
You got to check your cleats, man. It was kind of an advantage to us. I remember going to Detroit, and it was like, boys, the one thing I will tell you: wear the right cleats when you go to Lambeau. It could be hard, it could be soft. You cannot be try. There we
you
go.
Can't be telling your Lions guys
you gotta check the cleats, bro.
Listen, he's a Detroit guy. You already knew.
You are a Lions guy now.
No, I'm not. But I'm
he's not a Lions guy. TJ's a Detroit guy.
Hey, RG, piss off, bro. Don't start.
No.
Back,
I know you're not a Lions guy. But I knew. I was like, oh, he's from Detroit, though. So when he's playing with Detroit, he's going to look out for it. Listen, I know what it is.
What am I going to do? Go to Detroit and be like,
I know. Be like,
come on, man. I'm trying to win.
RG, I just know that's a trigger point for TJ after last weekend. That's it. That'll be.
Go, baby.
There we go.
Get in there.
Ooh.
That's good.
Oh, man, I'm
there
on
we go.
Boy,
good play call.
That
little
kid's
jet
a ball.
sweep.
You just see ball players, dude. That Jaden Reed's a ball player, bro.
Yes, he is.
That kid is a freaking ball player. God.
Well,
darn.
let's not. That was obviously a great play call, but let's not forget about Emmanuel Wilson and the yards. He just picked up probably 25 yards on that drive. It looked like they started going gap scheme.
Yeah.
That was just a quick little toss, and look at Wilson there on that block.
Yeah.
Oh, Corey. Look at
Jaden Reed's got the right
finishing.
cleats on, boys. He's got the right cleats on. That was a little one cut, boom.
Yep.
That field does look like ash, though.
So I'm a little bit behind. Catch me up in regards to the health of the backs, because I know that Marshawn's.
I was going to ask you this, RG. So obviously Josh Jacobs is the number one. He's they paid him, brought him in. He's going to be the guy. Then AJ Dillon's out for the season. He's got stingers in neck. Then they got Emmanuel Wilson, who was fighting, I think, a hammy he had something. He's been dinged up a little bit. Their young guy, Lloyd, he's out. He's got a hammy. He's been battling all camp. And they elevated a guy from the practice squad this weekend. But when you came into Green Bay, and this is the question, it's how much do you know about the protections? Is that the hardest thing that you had to deal with when you came, when you'd come to a new team? Because that's what they're going to be. That's what they're dealing with here, trying to figure out who can play on third down.
That's honestly, that's the biggest issue is making sure you have somebody that can protect the quarterback. And
we're going for 2.
Green Bay fortunately had quarterbacks that are really important, so it's really a priority to make sure that whoever running back you have. Like, I'll give you an example. My first conversation I had with EB had nothing to do about running the ball. The only thing he said to me, he said, "Yo, don't get Brett touched." He's like, that's the first thing he said. Don't let Brett get touched. If you get Brett touched, that's the first way to get yourself sent home.
Well, I got Jordan Morgan playing extra tight end. Get him the ball here. Eligible receiver.
I like this. I like my man going for Let's go. I'm behind. I'm on a lag.
What are you on?
I'm behind a little bit. I have a delay.
West Coast, huh? You got that West Coast delay.
That West Coast stuff. You catch it all late.
I understand why you go for 2 because you're obviously up. You'd be going up a full touchdown, but
I don't know why they do that.
Yeah, I don't love giving up points early in games, man. I think teams get caught up chasing. So that was your biggest. Deal. RG was trying to figure that piece of it out.
Just the protection, because teams run different schemes, and so it's usually the jargon and lingo as opposed, like the specifics, checks, and stuff like that. Especially if you have an offense that's kind of developed and a quarterback that has developed. If you have it, like, I can't imagine a young guy trying to come in and deal with Aaron Rodgers or. Even though I was technically young, I was, I felt a little comfortable with Brett. But it was fortunate because he didn't make me have to, I focused solely on third down at that point. But yeah, it's tough for guys, especially for running backs to come in, because that's the most important thing, protection. You can run the ball, and sometimes they'll say, "Yo, we put in a package for you running the ball." Would be like 3-4 plays where you know what you're going to do. They know how to run, but making sure they can pass block and protect is the most important thing.
Yeah, I just remember when you came in, and I bet you remember. I'll play a little quiz with you. Do you remember kind of that play that went from we just traded for that kid, we gave up like a 7th-round pick for him, to damn, that cat can play? Do you remember it?
It was that screen and spin move.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. At the Meadowlands. Yep.
Yeah, where all my former teammates from the Giants were cheering too.
Oh man, was that 07, right?
Yep. That was it.
Yeah, that was it's just crazy how you can change the perception of the coaches by just doing one thing on the on the field.
In either direction. Either way, good or bad.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at Green Bay? I mean, they've given up 14 points essentially in these first few drives that they should have had. Like they should have scored 3 touchdowns already, and penalties have absolutely just murdered every drive. Penalties, drops, and we could say slips because that's what everyone's doing out there. And I mean, this game should be 21-7, and it's just
it's that's part of the beginning of the season, right? You got in Nordy, you got penalties. You got slips. There's always stuff that's going to come up, but it does suck when you're in that position. You think you can.
Even a ref's hurt.
Put the pedal down.
Even a ref's hurt. A ref popped a calf.
Oh, that's an Achilles.
On the field?
That might be an Achilles.
Oof. Oh, I hate to see that. It doesn't look particularly clean for the Packers right now. I mean, taking advantage of what the Eagles give them, which I love, but it just doesn't look clean. And I wonder, do you attribute that to maybe not finding a ton of rhythm in preseason, or is that just straight up week 1, you just got to figure out how to find a really regular season game rhythm?
Yeah, RG, how did you like that? I don't even remember what we did now as far as reps in the preseason, and then you get to a regular season game, and I know you're gassed by the end of it, because you're playing. Because you obviously needed to stay healthy. You didn't want to put a bunch of wear and tear on you, but you had to find your rhythm. What's the right balance, if it's up to you?
Right balance. if you're the type of running back that you're third down, 3 down back, and you're playing, I think that you want to start off slow and then kind of build as the preseason goes on, then right before. And then essentially you kind of want to get, you know what it is? It's more of a timing aspect. And I think you can get those fits where I used to say, hey, to this, like some of the scout team backs, it's like, yo, don't get in my way, but this is how I want it to look. Like, kind of tell them, like, yo, it's going to open up like this. And you want to just make sure that you're getting the conditioning. I'll be honest with you, the condition is going to come as the game. You're going to recognize that you're somewhat tired and stuff like that. But it's really the fits with, you guys timing wise. But if you look, most
hit him.
Most offenses take a little while to get rolling, and because
look at Klein,
that boy Klein,
get him, Kleiner.
Oh yeah, Klein. Finish up, RG. I didn't mean to jump in.
No, you good, brother. I don't. I just think that I think it's natural for especially week 1 getting rhythms and stuff like that. Damn, Klein. Oh shit! Now I see what you got. Klein looking like a man.
Oh, look at this little overload. They put 3D line on the other side. Got Rashawn Gary 1, and it looks like they're mugging up. Is that Quay that they're mugging up?
Yeah,
that's old. That's that.
On the edge.
That's that San Francisco pressure.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dang.
Oh no! And another slip. Here we go.
Look at that. They got designed. They got the protection moved to the left. They had an unblocked guy. He just missed Hurts coming off the right edge here. Who is that comes sneaking over here on the DB?
25, is that Nixon?
Oh, Keyshawn with a slot blitz. I thought that was going to be a big play.
That was a great pressure. That was dialed up perfect. It just a touch late and then a slip.
Tauscher, I don't know if you saw much of that overload when you were playing. It kind of seemed like it got popular like 2013 or 14, where teams. I hated that shit, dude. That was
the mug line. The Mike Zimmer mug linebackers always put a lot of pressure on you too, because you have to make sure the back knows what's up and squeezing stuff and letting guys go and.
That overload got you because you're worried about, is this guy picking my tackle? But what if this guy picks my inside shoulder? Like that's a tough stunt to pick up.
I mean, you're talking about split second stuff. Like if your eyes go one way to look, and all of a sudden this guy's coming, you can't recover.
Earhole. Get earhole shots by blitzing linebackers.
Did you guys, RG? Did you watch the end of the game last night, the Chiefs game?
No.
Well, they ended up putting the running back on Chris Jones the last 2 plays, and the guy did a hell of a job blocking it.
Did he go up? Did he stand up? Did he stay up with him? Or did he?
Yeah.
Ooh, good rush.
Oh, boy.
That was a good rush from Van Ness too, Tausch.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that.
That was a good rush by Van Ness. That's got to be a blown coverage there, a wide open guy.
Well, it looks like they're doing just a lot of
a little pump fake. They've been on
they're just getting like whoop. Kind of just hitting that soft spot in that zone and boop.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey, go back to that overload we were talking about, Tausch. Like they had to overload over the center, like the left guard, left tackle.
So and
I love that slot pressure from the right though, because so many teams, and we used to do it all the time. If you got an overload to the left, like you're sliding your center to the left, right? So if you bring that extra guy off the right, most of the time he's either one-on-one with the running back or he's going to be a free guy. So I love that design, man. That was a nice job.
Well, and this is something like you always have to make the decision. Do I want my back out on a route and he's the outlet, or do I want him to stay in and block? And if you have Saquon, you're going to say, you know what? Why do I want him blocking when he's a weapon of ours? Let's use him out there, and that's your beater. Because, again, you saw pressure coming off the edge. Nobody was blocking him, and Hurts is like, well, if that's happening, I'll get it out to him, and we'll pick up 6 or 7 yards.
Every offense is different, man. I think Mike McCarthy, like RG, you could talk to it too. Like we were very RB protecting heavy, right? Like, hey, you guys got slot to slot, coast to coast.
Hold in.
Then when I came to Detroit, you're playing for a different guy, and it's like basically the O-line, you got everybody because we got to get the running backs out. Like every system's different.
Like people, I remember people always ask like, yo, well, why do you think you guys can? I was like, why we didn't do as much? I was like, look at our wide receiving core. Like
good point.
We had literally 5 All-Pro, Pro Bowl wide receivers. So
kind
of like, you know what, let them do what they do, and then we'll
The tush push.
Cover up a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you got
That
it.
tush push. Are we all right with it? I mean, it's getting to be only a 15 movement.
I hate it, dude. It's such a boring play, dude. I kind of.
You want to just get? You guys want to get rid of it, or what are we doing here? Not entertaining, right?
Well,
I don't think
unless you like throw they threw a reverse off of it last year, which was pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
But
I just
a lot of room.
No. Yeah.
So that's the issue. You know, all off season you hear get upfield. That's great, but when you do that, stuff like this can happen too.
Yeah, that's a good point. That was a good job on the D line. They just kind of swallowed them up on the right side.
Let's see. I mean,
watch center right guard. Watch that double team. They just kind of wiped out whoever that nose is. Yeah, they just shoved him out of the gap.
Quaid made the wrong decision.
It looked like Kenny was slanting, and he just kind of 51 just used Kenny's momentum to just kind of open that gap up.
Yeah, that wasn't really like
good play.
That wasn't like
tip the cap.
Yeah, that wasn't the D line jetting upfield. That was like TJ said. Kenny was slanting one way, and he just kind of got his momentum taken with him. I don't know if it was like jetting upfield and missed the running back. It was just it was a good play, obviously. Yeah. Double teams. And honestly, like, now that I know that that's Mekhi Becton at right guard, D tackles can't see around that guy. They have no idea where their running back is when that dude's blocking him. He's absolutely enormous. You can't see around him. So, like,
who was that? Who was that massive guard that played in New Orleans? Not Jari, but the other
Nix.
Yeah, that's Carl Nix.
Yeah,
that dude was freaking huge, man. Like 6'6", 350.
Yep, he was enormous.
I remember watching him on film, just like he doesn't even have to move. I'm so jealous. Like all he does is stand there and put his hands out. He doesn't have to move. He's so big.
No,
to get around reminds me of, dude. He looks like a big Carl Nix.
To get around Carl Nix, the D lineman had to go 3 yards in an opposite way, and by the time he made contact, the ball was gone.
Yeah, Drew Brees got that ball in his hand.
Yeah, it's probably better he's playing inside than playing outside, huh?
Yeah,
I agree.
Good. Yeah, he wasn't. He was kind of. He didn't do much. He was first round left tackle for the Jets, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he was drafted high.
Yeah,
I think he was top 5 or top 10, right?
I'll give him credit because playing right guard is way harder than playing right tackle.
There's no doubt about that.
Oh yeah.
you gotta be real smart and nimble to play guard.
Yeah, you gotta be quick. Yeah,
throw anybody in there and tackle.
Very nimble. Hey, would you guys have all hated this trip? Like after training camp, well, RG's a little more worldly than you guys. I don't know if he feels the same way. I think once you're playing and you do the experience, it'd be cool. Outside of the flight, which obviously sucks, I think this would be pretty awesome to be a part of. How about you, RG?
Would be a part of a game like this?
Yeah, his first game in Brazil.
How long are they spending in Brazil to practice?
1 day.
I think they flew in Wednesday night or like
one night of practice, and they're flying back right after the game.
That's fucking tough.
That
sounds good, but like when it comes to being able to play and get used, all that, like, listen, there's a humidity in Brazil that most people in America, maybe outside of Miami, you don't necessarily.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. That's tough. I can see that. That's tough. It's the air is different, everything. So
yeah,
it sounds good, but ideally, it's like I don't know, man.
Nordy, what do you got with this kickoff? You like this whole deal or not?
It lacks the energy I thought it would. There's way too many touchbacks. I think the special teams coaches are just resigning the fact, hey, we'll just take the 30-yard touchback, and that's that. They need to make the touchback more punitive. Is somebody going to come up with a strategy that's different and better? Because this is really dumb. Like, it's dumb.
This is terrible to me.
Well, this is worse than just the normal touchback. I mean, or the normal kickoff. I'd rather have everyone flying down.
Yeah, now it just looks
as opposed to this like neutered look. I think you got to have the touchback be like 35 or 40-yard line. Then it's like, okay, we almost have to kick it to them.
Yeah.
They got a new play.
You got to start the kickoff team like probably 5 or 10 yards closer if you're going to do that, because guys like right now they're catching at the 5 and they're going to like basically the 25 untouched. You know what I mean? Like,
no!
Oh,
My gosh!
Oh, boy.
All right, take your lucky stars. You got to start the kickoff team 5 yards closer and give them a chance to. But you got Tausch, you got to start them closer and give them a chance to make a tackle inside the 20. Because right now you got no chance to make a tackle inside the 20.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Jordan slipped. That is such a
man.
God.
All right. Hey, it's incomplete pass. All right, that's all that is.
Jordan, no big deal, man. Hey, just move it along. Nothing
incomplete
to see
pass.
here. Oh my
Same
God.
thing as throwing it out of bounds.
Kinda.
Counts the same on the score sheet. All right.
That's true.
There you go. Oh no,
Watson.
Oh my
Come on,
gosh!
Watson, get it down.
Oh boy.
That wasn't where that ball's supposed to be thrown, was it? I don't think you're supposed to throw in a double coverage. But
Yeah, they were bracketed a little bit.
With a team like Green Bay, you know, somewhat young but very talented, where do you think their weakest link is and their strongest link?
Oh man, weakest link right now I think is their the running back spot, and obviously not tonight because old boy's balling out. But I think this offensive line's really good. I think the right guard spot they've been bouncing around. I think once this thing gets humming, I think this offense is going to be really good.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
Get rid of it.
Oh, a nice pass. Oh,
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Read again.
Do.
What? Oh my goodness!
How was he that wide open? Good Lord.
They can score in a hurry. Like wow.
Well, how did he get wide open? Because he avoided the rush. He stepped up and he got all kinds. And somebody probably slipped.
Most likely.
So.
Let's take a
look
look
on that stupid logo at midfield.
Oh, the greasy logo.
Yeah.
All right. Pretty good.
Look at that free safety. What is he doing? Oh my.
Oh
goodness.
man, that's safety.
No, I don't know what he was doing.
I mean,
I love Jaden Reed just putting the old joystick on. See that?
Hey, Jaden Reed's got the right cleats on, boys. He's making some.
Yes, he does.
Today. He ain't having no problem cutting.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm digging this 44 as a kicker too. I like this number 44.
What is there a flag for again?
How can you have a flag? Like, give me a break.
What was it on?
False start on the offense.
False start or illegal formation or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. False start
on Walker.
Like false start on a freaking field goal. You don't even have a snap count.
Just stay there until the guy hits you.
There's no snap.
Dude, how about look at T-ball there? How about Brian Nearing? Is there anybody that's just more of a Packer guy than Brian Nearing?
Nope.
Hey, Tausch, Blue, did you guys ever play tight end on the field goal team?
Get in there, 4-4. Atta babe.
I did a little bit early on, and I did my best to get out of there.
That is the worst
spot to play ever, dude. Tight end on the field goal team is basically you're just going to get trucked by 3 dudes, and
you're going
to hold them.
And you know,
get killed.
You're always hoping it's going to be on the other hash so that you don't have to take it. You're like, you're running the play, and you're like, you sure we shouldn't run this to the right? I think it's the 3rd and 6. You need a field goal. Let's run this bad boy to the right so that we don't have to. I'm not the wing that's going to get killed.
I think in 2016, when I was coming off shoulder surgery, they tried to put me at tight end to make it easier, and I'm like, that's 10 times worse.
Yeah,
10 times worse. Put me at the wing, and I'll just reach out, like try to touch somebody, man.
Dude,
that's what I did. I was the winger, and I loved it. It was great.
Blue, do you remember? Hey, good question here, Blue. Do you remember? I think it was 2016. Do you remember who one of our wingers was on the field goal team? Tausch, I'll ask you this too.
Okay.
One of our wingers.
I'll
start giving you hints. He's a Hall of Famer.
Oh, Julius
Peppers was one.
He was your wing guy.
He was the wing guy, dude. Because he was so big and long, he would just literally reach his arm out and just stab everybody.
Teach, didn't they put you on field goal block at some point too? I remember you being on field goal block. Did you have some sick vertical that none of us ever saw, or what was the
Tausch, I played. Oh my goodness, this is a good trivia question, dude. All right. I play how many? Oh my gosh! In an actual NFL game, how many positions do you think I've played?
Ooh.
In an
Tight end.
actual and like a real NFL game, like
Yep.
not a preseason,
tight
real
end.
Hold
NFL
on.
game.
Yeah,
Tight end, right tackle, right guard, left tackle. You're not counting
Okay,
special teams like wing. You played D
No,
line.
we're not counting
You
special
played.
teams. No.
You played D line in a game.
Yep.
D tackle.
I don't know if you played DN because you wanted to get this so you could do this trivia question on a players only podcast.
D tackle, but you're missing one. You got right guard, tight end.
You didn't play
right
center.
Tackle. I did play center, dude.
You played center too?
I got like 40 snaps of center in like 2012 or 2013 when I think I was like Dietrich Smith got hurt or something, and I had to go in against Philly for like a half, and then I had to go in against the Lions for like a quarter.
Oh,
dude, I played center. I used to give our center so much shit, being like, all you do is double team guys. And I played center. I'm like, get me the hell out of here. This sucks.
Center is hey, they're returning a kick.
People. Blue,
Here's a
there we
return.
go. I think Blue, you remember me playing some center, dude.
Oh yeah, I remember you went in and you were like, "What?
What
do we?"
I don't know, man. Like whenever the ball gets snapped, it gets snapped. I don't know when it's going to get snapped. Just when it gets snapped, it gets snapped. Just figure it out.
I'll tell you, this is awesome for O-line though, isn't it? When you get the field this greasy, because you know those D linemen are thinking, "I want," because they're slipping, and then when they're not, they're taking shorter steps. That's why I always loved playing when it was cold and greasy.
Yeah.
Because those guys it just slowed the game down.
They don't want to touch you when they're like, when you're that frozen and cold. Like guys don't want to touch you.
It's the
best.
Oh, dude. Perfect football weather, like 45 and rain.
And Nordy loves punting. Nordy loves punting with frozen ball. That a baby Jair. Yeah, don't take any shit from him, Jair.
Did I miss what the situation is with the field? Why is it feels like this, or is this just based upon the area?
What do you mean?
I think all these soccer fields are just like I was reading something yesterday. They said like all these soccer fields are super thin.
Yeah,
the guys like they don't have to
dig in
because they just kind of run on top of it.
Yeah.
Look at Jair.
Yeah, London's very slick.
Yeah, Jair. Yeah.
Okay.
Jair's
It's just like super thin turf or the grass. It's just super thin sod that they put down on there.
Gotcha.
But Tauscher, to your point, dude, like, watch this D lineman slip and then like, thank you, buddy, free play, free win, bro. Damn.
AJ Brown's dude. Now you know he's going to talk some shit back to Jair, and what is Jair going to say there? He's not much you can do, right?
He's John.
RG, you were a shit talker, weren't you?
No, not really. Nothing crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, no, nothing crazy.
Nothing outside the norm.
Yeah, nothing outside of. I tell guys when to shut it up.
Big Blue, Tausch, you should have heard some of the shit Big Blue used to say, man.
I can't imagine Blue talk. Yeah,
was it straight potty mouth, bro?
Oh yeah,
potty mouth.
Absolutely.
I definitely did not talk.
Give me an example.
If there was one thing I was not going to do, that was going to make a DN even more angry.
I don't know why. TJ would. TJ would, especially if it was a DN, then he didn't have to block him. If it was a no tackle.
If I had to, I would. But I didn't talk that much shit. Like, if I had to.
I never understood why guys did talk a bunch of shit.
Dude. Like, why am I going to piss this guy off, man? Like, I'll go up to you at a TV timeout and be like, hey, how the kids doing, bro? Like, good, man? Everybody good? All right, good.
No, you always got to go up and say, hey, man, I can't believe you all didn't make the Pro Bowl, man. You deserve it.
Yes, absolutely. You got to compliment them on anything you can.
Yep.
Hey.
Butter them up.
Yeah, kids doing good, brother? Okay, good, man. Good to hear. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Bro, I remember one year, like, we used to make fun of not make fun of, but, like, we never heard Julius Peppers talk when he was in Chicago. For, like, 3 years, we never knew what his voice sounded like. He never said a word. He just had that black, dark visor on. You're like, just don't mess with this dude. Like, he's a tank. I remember we came in for, like, a goal line play or something, and one of our backup linemen, like, we scored, and he shoved Julius after the play, and Julius fucking got so pissed. We get to the sideline. Balaga goes up to our backup lineman and grabs him by, like, the face mask and is like, you don't have to block this motherfucker every play. Shut your goddamn mouth, all right? Don't you ever talk shit to Julius Peppers. You don't have to block him. Shut up. It was like ripping his ass, dude.
Oh my god.
100%. Why are you going to get him pissed off? You don't have to go out there and block him.
You're pissing him off. I got to go block him for 60 more plays, and you're freaking pissing him off. Shut your damn mouth, dude.
It doesn't look cool on tape. Believe me, it's not cool that you did that on tape.
How are we
shoved
feeling
Julius
about
Peppers in
this
the back.
defense
Good
so
job,
far?
dude.
We're giving up a lot of stuff, is what I'm seeing. Am I crazy?
No,
What are we seeing? A lot of zone coverage so far. Is that
Nice
unlike
job, Van Ness.
Oh, that
Green
one
Bay
hurt
used to
Barkley
be-
a little bit.
Weren't they more of a man team last year? It looks like
Yep.
a lot of zone coverage, Tauscher. You think they're just finding gaps in that zone coverage or what?
Well, I think they did a lot of zone last year. I think this is more. We expected more man, but that was what he did at BC. I don't know. You always try to find ways to play to your talent.
Is Hafley? I guess I
you can't
haven't
play
really been
man
watching.
with a quarterback that can run like this either.
Yeah, what's
They get
their
your
base?
backs
I mean,
turned.
I know Philly plays a lot of 10, 11 personnel. Is Green Bay kind of a base 3-4, or are they more back to 4-3 now?
4-3. Base 4-3.
4-3 with Hafley.
I saw
Yep.
that they're doing a lot more 4-3.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, they've been in nickel the entire game, so it's just hard to tell.
All right, that's
Okay.
good defense.
All right. That's Stokey.
Tausch,
Yeah,
Lane-
pressure guy.
Lane
Tauscher?
Johnson's doing a hell of a job over there.
yeah, Lane's good. Lane's
That's the
good.
easiest spot to play on the field.
Yeah, that's true.
How many more years do you think Lane has?
God,
What
I think
an
he's got to be about done, isn't he?
What an
I
ugly
doubt it.
number. What an ugly number too. 65.
Such a crazy
gross. It's gross.
That number.
It's just gross number, bro.
All right, 3rd and 8. Are we going to heat him up here, or are we just going to try to get home with 4?
No, they're just. It looks like man coverage across the board. No, they're dropping zone. Okay, all right, good stop.
All right.
That means
Who's that getting off the
that's
block?
4 down.
Is that
They're
Big Brooks?
looking at this at 4 down territory, I'm guessing, right?
Yep. That's what it.
Dude, Kenny Clark
what I
is
was-
so good, man. I love
Dude,
Kenny.
so why is Kenny so good, Teach?
He's just like, I think, Blue. He was a rookie 2016.
He was a rookie at like
last year
17 years old, right? Wasn't
Yeah,
like
he was young. I think he was 20. Yeah. I think that was
Damn, has he been in the league
2016,
that
my
long?
last year in Green Bay. And he was just like,
Wow.
he's shifty. He's got kind of sneaky power. I think the one thing with Kenny that made him really impressive to me was like his hand usage. So many young D tackles get in the league and they just try to run into you. And they don't realize, like, I thank you. Like, you're doing me a favor just by running into me. I think Kenny's like, he used to have these hand kind of motions. He'd lift, he'd grind. Like, that's the biggest thing. If you can get your hands off an offensive lineman, you're going to have success. If you just keep running into guys, man, like the old lineman, like I would love a guy, the 350 pounds, just to run into me every single play, every game. Like, because you might get some push, but you're never going to beat me. Kenny's hands is what makes him different. And I think, honestly, he's so smart, dude. Like, he's quiet, but he's got a really, like, intelligent part of just football IQ to him that he kind of figures out. He reads guys' stance. Okay, he's a little light. I think it's pass, or, he listens to calls. Like, okay, I think it's a double team on the backside. I got to beat this, block. It's runs going away from me. Like, I think he started to develop that knowledge of the game a little. D tackles I ever played against, that's what they would do. They would listen to your calls, they'd read your stance, and they'd kind of figure out what the play was going to be, and then react to that. But he's a bright kid, man. I'm a big fan of Kenny, dude. I love his gameplay, and he's underrated as hell too.
Been doing it for a
Kenny
long
is-
time.
I mean, like even now, like
when
working
He's 8 or 9
with
years
radio.
in.
Dude, he's got to be 9, 10, even working, with Lions radio now. Like I talk to, some of the coaches and stuff, and every time they play the Packers, Kenny Clark is the first name that they mention. And he gets the respect from players and coaches, but he's just super underrated, man. I'm a big fan of him. He's
honestly
just
been one of the most
awesome
consistent
player.
guys. I think he's been one of the most consistent guys on the team.
Who?
100%, dude.
Oh,
you know
Kenny?
what you're going to get out
yeah.
of Kenny Clark every
Yeah.
week, You know what
For
you're getting
sure.
out of Kenny Clark every week.
Yeah. All right, this
He's
is where
awesome.
you win games right here, boys. You got right at the second
4th
half.
and 3.
Who got the kick?
No.
We got the kick, right? Did we get the opening half first? Kick?
Yes. Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
I couldn't
This is
find
that
the
whole
cock. It took
double
me a
up
while.
situation. You can get off the field here, you can go down and score. If you give up a first down here, you're going to probably give up points.
What do you think
And
they're
you're gonna get
doing?
doubled
You think
up
they're
and-
going to load? I think we're loading up with pressure here, and I think Philly might take a shot here. There's a lot of dudes around that line of scrimmage. All right, they're backing out.
They're bailing.
I think they're going to take a shot.
right. They might just be
Don't
trying to
don't
All right, they're
jump
trying
off
it.
sides.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, take the
What is
field goal.
this? It's only. It's a 50, 51
Why-
yard. Their kicker
would
can
you-
make this kick.
Hold on. Why would you do that coming out of a 2-minute warning, though?
Everybody's amped up, trying
That's-
to get somebody to jump.
Okay, yeah,
No.
but
Oh, zoom in. Let's see that play sheet. What do you got on there, Coach?
Yeah, what's on there, Kellen?
What do you got in there, Coach? What's that 4th and short look right there? What do we got up there?
hey, Blue, when you went to the Chargers, real quick, how different was like the offensive playbook and like calls compared to what we did in Green Bay?
Pretty significant. A lot of different lingo, and it was a little confusing because like some of the things were like almost complete opposite of what
Yeah.
we used to call it, and it was just
Yep.
it's a little bit of a juggling act trying to like kill old habits and learn. Like it was just it wasn't hard, but at the beginning of it just made life a little more confusing.
It's like overcomplicated. Some coaches just overcomplicate things, you know, like 19
Yes.
code words in one play call. Oh!
You get it
Man,
down. Get it
that
out.
was a good. That
Oh,
was a
you
good
caught it.
throw.
That's a good throw. Good.
That was a good.
You know
throw.
what?
That was good coverage. Good throw.
So this right here, that was. I know they picked up the first down, but last year, that's what drove Packer fans nuts. Is that the defense would sit back and give that up easy. That was super contested. Even though they picked it up,
Yeah.
I think Packer fans will look at that in a good way.
Yeah, that's a good throw. It sucks, but you know that was a good throw and catch there.
Nordy, and you were talking about playbooks, Teej. Nordy, what is your punt? Is it just punt the ball? Like what did you have to do?
Baby, it's
No,
punt
I'm not trying
right,
to be a,
punt
I'm not trying to
left.
be like a douche. I'm just curious. Like, hey, here ball, kick ball. That's your playbook.
Punt right, punt left, pooch right. That's it. That's universal no matter what team you're
What
on.
a world.
All right,
That's
what
a
is
hell of a
pooch
play.
like? What is pooch like if you're at the 50 and you're just trying to kick it high and let your gunners know like, hey, get to the goal line and don't let this thing bounce in the end zone?
Yeah, usually it's right around the 50. For sure, once you cross the 50, it's and especially now as you see it, it's like you got the nose down. you let it rip.
Floppy.
Okay, yeah. Now, is there an art to like putting backspin on it? Because you see some guys that landed at the 3 and it just stops, or is that just like, hey, I'm gonna try to, but wherever it bounces, it bounces.
So the way that it's kicked with like that nose down, you get that backward spin.
Goodness.
It doesn't
Yeah.
guarantee that it's going backward, but it
One
increases
missed
the
tackle,
likelihood that
two
it checks
missed
backward.
tackle.
Jeez Louise.
That's what I'm asking, because you see some punters though that like every single time they kick it, it always bounces backwards. Like it's just like more times than not. You know what I mean? Like you rarely see guys that do that, and it takes a hop and like goes 15 yards forward, right?
Yeah,
Like,
there is a way
I've
you
always
can make
kinda
it a
wondered,
gentle
is there an art
backspin.
to like trying to figure that out?
Yeah, there are ways you can make it spin faster, spin more gentle, increase the likelihood. Either way,
Spin more
with the
gentle?
ball, it still is a
Like a
small
dryer?
chance. Yeah, like
Put it on
a gentle backspin. You know, not
I've
an
got a
aggressive
gentle
backspin.
drive, please.
That's an
You got
easy
some
cycle.
delicates
That's an
in there?
easy cycle.
So,
You
Yeah,
got some sheets
just
in
give it
there,
a little kiss.
delicate?
A kiss
Oh, yeah.
of the backspin.
Hey, you guys know
Little
dryer
delicate pat?
sheets. If you get gnats, like you're at a party having a beer outside, dryer sheets will take bugs, get bugs off of you.
Oh.
how the hell do you
Is
find
that
that
for
out?
real? Have you tried that?
How do you
Yeah, I
find
was
that
wearing
out?
a
Oh,
dryer sheet.
Get
hat
up!
last
Get
week.
his ass!
Hit
There you
him.
go.
Yes,
There
sir.
we go. Good.
Yeah,
Hey,
Keyshawn.
Nordy, question for you. What? And I don't mean to put you on blast. What's the shortest punt you've ever had?
Oh, it's a great question.
Great question. Thanks for bringing it up, TJ.
No, I don't mean to be.
It was
a just we just want to know the.
It was
shortest
a
punt you've had.
7-yard shank in Chicago.
Oh,
So we were playing against
Probably a lot
the
of wind.
Bears and Hester. A ton of wind, like 25
Yeah.
mile an hour crosswind, and it was all about kick it out of bounds. Don't let Hester get a chance. And
Yeah, so
I really didn't
7-yarder
let him get a
against him
chance.
is actually like probably good then. Like you take
Dude,
that.
Is
That's the win. That's the plus.
Rashawn Gary
It's a
hurt?
7-yard net. That's better than most people can
Why is
do.
You know what?
why is
Against
Nick
Denver,
Barry
it's
in
just like
so much?
moved out of your hand.
Where's
Yeah.
Rashawn Gary at?
He was just in on the.
Oh, he
on
was?
that-
Okay, I've been seeing a
Yeah.
lot of Nick Barry.
He was in on that.
That
on the
was
fourth
such a good
down.
play by Keyshawn Nixon right there.
Great
That's
play.
what, so they like Keyshawn. They paid him a lot of money.
Yeah,
huh?
they
I thought
did.
He was like more of a special teams guy, but he's playing a lot of defense now too.
He's their slot guy.
Ah.
A big pick
What do you
here
got?
would be
What-
nice.
What does Philly got? One
You got
timeout?
Van Ness
Yeah.
on the edge. Who you got? Wyatt in the middle, Kenny, and then who?
Yeah.
Who you got? 52 on the other side? No,
Oh,
55.
somebody jumped. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. A
Who's
little false
55?
start.
Enick
Little
Bari.
jumperooski.
Yeah, Eddie Barry. Yep.
Somebody's
Enick Bari. Yeah,
rattled.
he's got some shit. He's got some shit to him too. I like watching him. He's got some moves.
Yeah.
Who's
He's got
who
wiggle.
is that?
Enick Bari, 55.
Yeah. Dude,
Tyler,
I don't
I'm
know
with you,
how
dude.
this
I'm a
Hey.
huge Carl Brooks fan. I love that.
I
dude,
love
man.
Carl
He's got
Brooks.
some shit to him, man. I
does.
put him in on every third down almost. Just a
He
wide
should be
three-tech.
he should be rushing the passer every
Oh.
opportunity that they
A
get.
wide 3-tech, dude. Just put him at a wide 3 and just let him go.
Yep.
All right, Rashawn Gary's back in the game now.
All right, here
All
we
right,
go.
watch
Make
Kenny.
play, 5-2.
Let's watch Kenny Clark here, boys. Let's watch Kenny
Okay.
Clark over the right guard.
Against
All right.
Becton.
I kind of just got
Pretty
it.
good job by that right guard.
Yeah, that's
he got
good by
it.
Really
Becton.
good job by the right guard.
Good
Pretty
form
good
there. Get that ball
coverage.
out.
Pretty good coverage.
All right.
That was good. That was good pro by the Phillies.
That
That was a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
job by everybody.
Philly's
that
out of
was well
timeouts, though.
played.
Yeah,
they gotta
they
just-
are.
yeah.
They're just going to spike and take
All right.
a field goal, aren't they? Yeah, they're just going to
Now,
spike
this
and
is
take
where
a field
quarter
goal.
run it down to 5 and then spike it. There you go. All right. Well, what are we thinking, boys? What do we think about this half of ball?
I think a lot of missed opportunities for Green Bay. I mean, you look at the first two drives, a lot of missed opportunities. Like, we could say that they were moving the ball on, the offense for Philly was
You guys
moving the
got
ball, but not anymore.
RG is on he's in the first quarter right now. His game's delayed by a
I know I'm way behind y'all, but I would just want to say, honestly, I want to see less missed tackles on defense.
Yeah, but that happens in that first game, right? Like, you haven't tackled live probably hardly at all in practice.
Yeah.
And the field's junk.
On the
There's
field,
no footing.
more, you know what I mean? It's like you just want to see that, but like that's annoying to me because that could make or break the game. You know what I mean?
Yep.
In a game
Yes.
like this with two good teams, that type of shit is excuse my language, that's the stuff that gets you.
I agree. And nice job, NFL. Way to pick a field that is absolute trash for these guys to play in. It's unbelievable. I actually don't think the defense, there were a couple, like RG said, some missed tackles, a couple broken coverages where there were, but overall.
Yeah, overall to me, I actually feel pretty good about.
Yeah, overall, I'm not too disappointed with it. To be honest with you, I'm not.
No, for the first half, you're in a great spot to win this game. The beauty of this is a road game. That's going to end up being, if you find a way to win this, that's you got 9 home games. Just figure out a way to win this game in the second half, and you're going to be sitting pretty.
Yep. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, the defense has juice, which I love to see. They got juice out there, which I feel like I haven't seen that in years for the Packers defense.
Tosh, I think I kind of logged off there for a second. What sorry if you already said this. What's one thing you really liked in the first half? What's one thing you want to see some improvement on?
Well, I think what I really liked in the first half is the aggressiveness on D. That obviously anytime you make a pick, but last year the big thing I think from our standpoint was way too passive. You weren't making anything happen. You kind of just sat back and saw if something was going to happen, and you can tell the mindset and how these guys are approaching. They get the fumble, which was a gift wrap to them. But when you get 2 turnovers in the first half and you're even on that 4th and 3 that they just converted, hey man, they squeezed that little dig route. They were right there. I don't have any problem with it. That's the thing I probably like the most about what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah, what's one thing you want to see him do a little better at?
Kind of what RG just said. I know it's the first game, and I don't know how much they tackled during camp. I'm guessing not a ton. You're missing tackles. The field's greasy. That's, I think, and I don't love the pass rush. I'd like to see a little bit more. But Philly's O-line's good, and the field's crap. So you're not going to be as explosive as a pass rusher, and that's why we as O-linemen love that.
I think you got to find a way to get Josh Jacobs going. He's got 6 carries for 4 yards right now.
I was just about to ask TJ. I'm glad you said. I was going to say, what do you think they're saying in the locker room around getting Josh going? What do you think they're going to do scheme-wise to try to get him going with the field, with an understanding of guys slipping? Do you try to get him this downhill? Do you try to do some counter stuff, misdirection stuff? Do you try to get outside with him?
I mean, Josh Jacobs to me has always been like a power back. You know what I mean? Like Aaron Jones, you had that zone offense where
you can do a lot of different stuff with Aaron.
He gets the ball and he just goes downhill fast as shit, right? Josh is more of like, give me some double teams, let me read it, let me make a cut and go. I think they got it maybe a little more duo, maybe a little more power, some of that counter stuff you were talking about. I think that's where Josh Jacobs is at his best, when he's able to read the double team, kind of set up the linebacker and, hit that move and go.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what Tauscher said, it's first game. You're probably figuring out your fits for the first time. But I think he's more of a power back. It'd be interesting to see what kind of, run calls they come out in the second half with. Because right now, Jaden Reed's, I think, your leading rusher.
Yeah.
1 carry for 33 yards. Well, Wilson had some nice runs too, but you got to get Josh Jacobs churning a little bit here, start wearing out that Philly defense.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing too, and I know we've seen some big explosive plays. A lot of it's been on broken down stuff, but selfishly, I got my prize picks on Christian Watson, and I need Christian Watson to make a big play. So that's just me being selfish, but that's what I'd like to see.
Yeah, and you're allowed to be selfish once in a while. Tom.
Yeah, you can be selfish once in a while, can't you? RG, for everybody that's listening, I really want you to explain. This was always one thing I always admired about you. Didn't matter what the play was, you always sprinted to the end of the field. If it was an inside run, if it was a screen, whatever it was. Why'd you do that?
Conditioning purposes, first off. And the mentality of I wanted to basically score in my mind every play. So my goal when I started playing football, I had a goal where I wanted to not get tackled in one game. I was like, I don't want to get tackled this entire game. So the only way that happens is you either run out of bounds or you score every single play. So my mentality in practice was around listen, I have to take that on. So I'm going to try to work on my conditioning because, the way we practice with our conditioning, we weren't doing conditioning. But also I wanted to get used to scoring, even in practice. So
yeah, it was always something. And now when you coach, if you're coaching your kids, I'll sit there and I'll tell them, make sure you sprint on and off the field. All those little details. But you just know that also set the tone for your other backs.
Absolutely. The
wideouts. Everybody saw that. They're like, man, if RG's doing it, I got to do it.
Yeah, just, finish. It's essentially that's what you want. It's a little more on the front. It's a little more difficult certain times, and when you got to come back, you got that next rep.
Yeah, well, that's when you tap out. I'll get one that give me 2 reps off after that.
But I think it sets the tone. And it's funny. I appreciate. I've heard a few people talk about it in relation to. I feel like Aaron brings it up every year about setting the tone and practice, no matter where he's at. So yeah, man. At the end of the day, I think it's not a bad thing. It helps in relation to mentality wise and trying to accomplish. And it does. It sets the tone for how we want to practice.
Yep. Awesome. Well, I think we're going to wrap up. Appreciate everybody that was watching. RG, Nordy, Tej, City, and Blue. Man, I think this is really fun. We're going to try to do one later in the season. I love just catching up with you guys, but I think it's great to watch a game, and I know RG or an RB and Nordy or a punter. It's just fun to watch the O-line, watch the D-line, and figure that stuff out. It gets me back in gets me back in that mindset, which is a ton of fun. So appreciate you guys joining. And anybody else got anything you want to say before we go?
No, this is great, guys. I appreciate it. You guys look great, man. It's good to see you.
RG, you're going to be out in you're out in LA,
go back
next week. Yeah, I'll be out there next weekend.
All right, I'll be out there for the USC game. I don't know if you're gonna be around.
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely. We're gonna go. I'll be out here. Yeah, so
all right,
definitely hit me up, man. But I'm gonna be out there next weekend in Green Bay. It'll be
Sweet.
first time my daughters are at a game. So.
Oh yeah, Colts game. All right, awesome. All right, fellas, thanks a lot.
All right. Hey,
All right,
Thanks, Tauscher. See you guys.
I got to figure out how to shut this thing off.
I love
now.
you guys. Big team.
Love you guys. You guys are the
The
best.
Packers fans know I love them, dude. All right.
Hey, and we all know you love the Lions. We all know it.
Good,
T.
shut your damn mouth, you big baby. You shut up, dude.
Yeah.
Later, boys.